Welcome. I will introduce Ada, my AI assistant.
It is an honor to help Dr. Dadkamp.
Ada, how much butt shall we kick today?
Today we shall kick 1 metric ton of glorious, spackling, universe-quaking butt.
Outstanding. Activate intro sequence.
Let's do it, boss.
Great. Set the course and punch it.
Initiating warp sequence.
Let's make it happen.
I'm right on it, Dr. Dadkamp.
Welcome. Email dated Saturday, May 1st, 1999. From Joe.
Mano, I think DO in dental is a good idea. I think you would be happy with the DO school. Your 4 years are less of a pain than mine. Let me know how the weekend went tape SNLs. I'm in Hershey hanging out with Slider. Say hi to Chaz and Lou when he's back. Joe.
Journal entry, handwritten, Sunday, May 2nd, 1999. On Tuesday, April 27th, I called Susan at her cell phone at 3:20 p.m. She was at work, said it was okay to talk, not busy. I asked if she wanted to do something this week. Said Thursday, April 29th, since on Tuesday she had to run errands. And she'd got a haircut. She would call on Tuesday after 8:30 p.m. She called later that night, and we were going to have dinner on Thursday. I met her at 7:45 p.m. at her place since she had to get up early to work Friday. We were going to eat sushi, but I realized that it would be a bit expensive for our first dinner together. So I asked if she'd ever had sushi before. I had asked her before. She said no, but sensed my reluctance to have sushi, so she suggested Thai. I said, it's not my fave. What's your fave? I said, well, a lot. Italian, Japanese, American. She looked at the Thai takeout menu and said the dumplings are great. I said, that's it, we're going there. We had dinner. I didn't like the dumplings. On the way over back to her place, I asked where she buys her food. Where is the grocery store nearby? I was curious. Then she said the name of the grocery store. Have to drive. Before she said that, as I asked the question, I realized it's a strange question, so I joked by saying because I'd like to just pick up a few things, milk, eggs. My intention was to just know a bit of what life where she lived was like. Later that evening, after we'd kissed a while, she said my question was weird, as if I was going to get breakfast food, expecting to stay overnight. My jaw dropped. I didn't expect her to think that at all, and she said she was glad I didn't mean it like that, or I'd be a jerk. I agree. I left around 11:15 p.m. and she asked, not wholeheartedly, if I could call her when I got home. I got home wondering if I'd call or not. I was going to say something like, thanks for playing such good defense, but her phone was busy. I tried again a little later. It was 11:45, more or less, still busy. Sunday. This afternoon I watched La Ciudad y los Perros, based on Vargas Llosa. A lot of themes, like honor and being a man values. I thought for a minute about Jill and how I earned her love with my audacity, etc. But she just laid back, not earning mine. That's why I got sick of her and broke up when I did. Also, I think she's just not fit for my love. Get it? Planner, week of May 3rd, 1999. Parked in the garage, worked 8:30 to 2. Picked up Lou and Joanna at the airport. Went to Rosemary's. Fixed Monkey Joe. I think that was a toy of Jacob's. Dubbed Pie music. parked on the street, and the next day, worked 8:30 to 4:15. Jill and I emailed about meeting Friday, discuss me breaking up with her. Full workout. Wednesday, May 5th, parked on the street, worked 10 to 6:45. The movie The Negotiator. Thursday, May 6th, parked on the street, worked 9:15 to 4. Full workout. Got a haircut with the attachments, so I was cutting my own hair since then. Some movies were due at Blockbuster. Friday, May 7th, parked on the street, worked 8:45 to 4. Final email battle with Jill. Read at Borders. Saturday, May 8th, Lou's confirmation. Ate at Lou's until 8:45. Dad and I left. Mom was there too. Later, somewhere out, I met Elle, gave me false digits, and I was working on College of Osteopathic Medicine applications. Monday, May 3rd, email from Jill.
Subject, Hey, did I see you wandering down by blank last night? I was going to back up and say hi but was way late for a concert. You probably didn't even see me since I'm not driving good old Clark anymore. Well, hello anyway. Smiley face. Jill.
May 3rd, some notes on the research I was doing at the time for work. Monday, May 3rd, email to Joe, subject mail. Duke, you got mail, not the movie. I rented The Negotiator and Pi. I do recommend the second one, though. Gotta pick up Lou and Joy at airport soon. Not much else new. I'm waiting for NASDAQ to keep crashing. Consequence, for me to buy something with my IRA stuff for long term. I'll do that this week. How was the weekend? Later, Mark. Monday, May 3rd, email to Jill. Yep, I was there all right. Good thing you didn't run me over, driving in a hurry as you were. Smiley face. Did you go to the recital? How was it? Have to go for now, Mark. Monday, May 3rd, email from Jill.
The recital was #%ing amazing and I schmoozed with some symphony people. Great evening. Sorry if your life flashed before your eyes as I tore up the street like a true New Yorker. But look at the bright side, you wouldn't ever have to count cells again. Smiley face. Jill.
Tuesday, May 4th, email to Libsib. Subject, your parking card. Looky you, I forgot to return it yesterday. Let me know when you get in the lab so I can give it to you. Marco. Tuesday, May 4th, email from Libsib.
Subject, your parking card. Yeah, I didn't realize it until I drove into the parking lot. I'm here in the lab now. Let's do lunch. Lou.
Tuesday, May 4th, email to Jill. I'm glad you enjoyed the recital, although I don't think it is deserving of such adjectives. I mean, come on. Smiley face. At least you're censoring yourself a bit, so I'll give you some credit. Again, let me know if you feel like meeting. You once said something about talking in a non-public place, not over lunch. Tomorrow evening would be fine with me, and I think blank park is non-public enough and near our jobs. Mark. P.S. Yeah, counting cells can be rough, but they put food on the table. Tuesday, May 4th, email from Jill.
Okay, you obviously don't experience concerts in the same way that I do, where you would know that I wasn't exaggerating the slightest bit. Some music is better than, never mind. Actually, tomorrow and Thursday are really bad for me. I have a while free Friday after work though if you don't have plans. The situations is obviously a bit different now, so the non-public place thing isn't really an issue. If you want to sit down somewhere and have a beer or coffee or something, that would be fine too. You decide. Just let me know. Jill.
Tuesday, May 4th, email to Jill. Okay, I suppose I can only imagine your obsession with music. Some music is better than other music, whatever, if that's what you were trying to say. I'd like you to finish your thoughts so I can understand you better. That's the purpose of all of this anyway. How was the situation different before, such that a non-public place was important? Well, Friday will do, but I'd like to meet at blank park, across from blank. If you feel a beer or coffee would do you good, then suggest somewhere else or bring them along. Just remember that bars and coffee houses are not very private. At 5:15 works for me. I don't want to meet later than 6. It should be good outdoor weather. Mark. Tuesday, May 4th. Email from Jill.
5:15 by blank is fine. The only thing I meant about the situation being different now is that we were pretty involved before and you didn't have the courtesy to set aside time for a private talk before just dropping the bomb. Now that we basically haven't spoken in 6 months, a public place would be less inappropriate. Just my thoughts. But blank okay with me if you prefer. Have to run. Jill.
May 5th. Laboratory work research notes. Wednesday, May 5th. Email from Libsib.
Subject, no lunch today. Marco. Can't do lunch today, maybe tomorrow. Also, let's work out at the usual time and plays Mignana. Luigi.
Wednesday, May 5th. Email to Mary Beth. Please P-card the following items for us. 1 superscript reverse transcriptase 2 kit and other items. Wednesday, May 5th. Email from Joe.
Mano, thanks for letting me know about my mail/phone messages. Snip. So how was the negotiator? Hershey was okay. Hung out with Slider the whole weekend. What's up with the applications? Let me know what else is up. Later. Joe.
Handwritten journal entry. Wednesday, May 5th. 12:49 a.m. I was still awake when the phone rang. I heard 4 beeps and then it cut. Star 69'd it. It rang 3 times. Then the service said the call is marked private, so the call cannot be completed. Crap. Sunday, May 9th. Transcribe ideas on Jill meeting, which never took place. Objectives. Check what the heck was I thinking when I dated her, i.e., how feelings may blind my judgment. Reverse of getting to know her, i.e., get to unknow her. Learn about why I should not know her. Whatever spell I was under when I once pursued her, I would like to see her face to face one last time and prove that such a spell is gone. By talking as well, to see what a wretch she is. Test the advice I heard, that this meeting would do no good. Points. Sudden breakup because I cannot live my life pretending anything. Screw politeness. You cannot squeeze a size 9 shoe on when your size is 11. I never misled her. I was always honest. Her mistake was not as big as mine. Since the day we met, I fought, I traveled, I earned her love. She followed suit, but I started it. May 5th. Your bigotry causes you to poke petty fun at my scientific viewpoint, scoffing at how I don't understand music like you do. I won't poke fun at your scientific ignorance because I don't agree with bigotry. I'm sure you will be/have been treated worse. Mantén la cabeza en alto y trátala como basura. May 6th. You know what? Screw it. You're right. We learn from our mistakes, so there's no point in us meeting. I'm sure you'll make someone happy in the future. Lose politeness suggestion. Judging from your recent emails, you don't really care about meeting anyway. Or politely say that something came up, I cannot meet Friday. Thursday, May 6th. Email from Libsib.
Subject, pictures from France. Boys, check out a few scans from our pictures here. http://www. Blank. See ya. Lou.
Friday, May 7th. Email to Jill. You know what? You're right. We learned from our mistakes, so there's no point in us meeting. I've sorted things out with people that care about me. You're okay, and I'm sure you'll make someone happy in the future. Goodbye, Mark. Friday, May 7th. Email from Jill.
Hi, Mark. You are one confused boy. I never was sure what it was you needed to talk about in the first place, but if you figured it out, then that's great. Your last comment, though, about me being okay and making someone happy. Is that what this was about? I didn't think that was your... point, but just in case, no need to give it a second thought. Good luck finding whatever it is that you're looking for. Happy trails. Jill.
Friday, May 7th. Email to Jill. Well, the confusion has faded. At least it is up to me to make these decisions as usual. As for you being okay and happy, that's not what this was about. That was a polite comment. Sorry to have to spell it out for you. The reason I wanted to talk in the first place is because I felt bad about not caring about you, but now I see that it is okay not to care about some people. Friday, May 7th. Email from Koki.
Hola Mark, ¿cómo has estado estos días? Por acá todo normal, esperando la llegada de Cecilia y luego ver la salida de mamá y papá. He tenido unas semanas bastante jodidas e incluso hoy creo que nos cambian de sitio, del piso 8 a 14, y ya te imaginas cómo voy con eso. ¿Y cómo va Humberto? Mándale mis saludos. Oye, ¿y cómo fue lo de tu examen? ¿Y hasta cuándo planeas quedarte con ese carro? Quizás para noviembre me dé una vuelta por Eiffel, aún no es seguro, pero será por Thanksgiving y no creo que vaya solo. Por esos días también llegarán Karen y Mónica de Washington. No creo pecar de conchudo con mi papá si te digo que si veas la posibilidad de ir para allá. A ver si se puede, ¿no? Bueno Marquito cabrito, te dejo y ya sabes, déjate de mariconadas. Cuídate mucho y saludos a MRNMRSLU, MRNMRS Rosemarie, and of course to Jacob. Voy a tratar de enviarle un mensaje a Joe por estos días. De todas maneras si hablas con él dale un beso, de mi parte la nalga izquierda, abajo del lunarcito. Cuídense mucho. Koki.
Friday, May 7th. Email from Jill.
Mark, my reply wasn't intended to be the slightest bit rude, but you seem to have taken offense to it. Yeah, politeness never was one of your strong points. Since you're not the type to put yourself out for anyone at the expense of your own time and energy, your explanation doesn't really make any sense, especially after this length of time and the thought that you seem to have put into it. You came to me. If it was supposed to be an apology, then, in addition to your politeness, you need to work on getting your point across as well as the importance of timing. 6 months ago maybe I would have appreciated it, but it's rather obsolete now. I know you didn't contact me for my benefit, but whatever you say. Take care of yourself. Jill.
Friday, May 7th. Email to Jill. You just don't get it, do you? You seem to be the confused one. This was not supposed to be an apology. Also, I did not contact you for your benefit. I said that it was about me not caring about certain people, but now I see that it makes no sense to care for a girl I do not want to be with. Desist from telling me I'm generally egotistic, because I've been told by way more than one person, only you, that I'm very giving and caring, and that as a result, I would make a very good healthcare professional. Do I make myself clear now? This should be crystal clear. I would not like to hear from you, so stop emailing me. Friday, May 7th. Email to Mary Beth. Ordering some items for the lab. Friday, May 7th. Email from Jill.
I believe I said that months ago. Feel free to block me as a sender. I've already done so for you.
Sunday, May 5th. Continued. Journal. Handwritten entry. Yesterday, May 8th, I met Allie, at a club. I selected from a bunch of chicks. I approached her in the dance floor and we had instant attraction and chemistry. We danced and then her friends sort of vanished. Digits, I asked at the bar at 1:45. The barmaid didn't have a pen, so I remembered. Lives in blank, far, junior at blank, nursing school, 23 or 24 years old. Works for a doctor at blank, typing, Italian. Planner, week of May 10th. Parked in the street. Worked 9:15 to 1:30. Feeling sick, body ache, cough. 6 to 9:20 p.m. Babysat Jake. Tuesday, May 11th. Was sick. Took Entex. 7 p.m. Took Alka-Seltzer cold. A note to call L. Wednesday, May 12th. Parked in the street. Work 8:30 to 2. Felt sick. Scott told me I'd be second author on his paper and third author on Aroops, provided I do some reverse transcriptase and PCR for Aroop. Thursday, May 13th. Took Motrin, vitamin Looks like I took off sick. Called Melissa. Took amoxicillin. Called Kate. Took Motrin, Robitussin. Friday, May 14th. Parked in the street. Worked. Starting at 8. The market was down. Joe and I went out to a club. There was a hot body contest. Researcher won. Saturday, May 15th. Mom picnic. Joe and I hitched a ride with Lou and Joanna. Sunday, May 16th. Lunch with Rosmarina, Eric, and Jake. Joe left. We switched cars. I was using the Protege and Joe the Toyota. Monday, May 10th. From Libsib, a forward of children's books. Books that you'll never see, but lo and behold, never say never. Pointing out to one of the funny books that says the name is By Curious George. Monday, May 10th. Email to Joe. Subject, drogadicto. Mano, we can get your Prevacid for heartburn, but it's administered once a day, Lou thinks. Do you want 30 pills for 4 refills? I feel pretty sick today, throat pain and just body ache. Maybe either weather or being at club Saturday night. But it started Friday, so I don't know. We'll probably go home early today, but gotta go to Chomes to babysit Jake. I'll go straight there. Hey, kick some culo. Remember the flow and the 1-1. Hehe. Later, Mark. Handwritten notes from John Gray's Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Dated May 10th, 1999. A few excerpts. The Martians would arrive to love, serve, and support the Venusians. Suddenly the women felt cherished. Men are motivated and empowered when they feel needed. Women are motivated and empowered when they feel cherished. When a man doesn't feel needed in a relationship, he gradually becomes passive and less energized. When he feels trusted to do his best to fulfill her needs and appreciated for his efforts, he is empowered and has more to give. Etc., etc. Next page. Third page. Fourth page. It's a paradox. Because you feel safe with your partner, your deepest fears have a chance to surface. When they surface, you become afraid and are unable to share what you feel. Tuesday, May 11th. Email from Joe.
Mano, did you see the new Cars CD out? The original one with demo versions and 6 new songs. Do you have any coupons for CDs? Hopefully you get better from your cold. They'll be in town Friday night. I'll call before I go. Hopefully I'm not too late. We can go out either Friday or Sat night, I guess. Later, Joe.
Handwritten journal entry, Tuesday, May 11th. Well, so much for that. The number is disconnected. I checked that blank is in fact location. The only phone number listed in winfospace.com is by someone else. He said wrong number. Then, just in case, I tried the last 4-digit permutations. 18 remaining, starting with 0, 6, and 7. Only 4 were listed at InfoSpace. The 3 were wrong number. The interesting one was blank. Ellie's related to her. I asked, is she a nursing student? Then she said it's the wrong number. Crap. Wednesday, May 12th. Email from Bill.
Hey boys, how are the workouts? One of my techs and I are regulars now at the university workout centers. Lou, if interested in some stock for Dad's stock portfolio, consider Cisco, which has just announced a June 14th split for its stocks. Note they have had 8 2-to-1 splits since 1990. Historically, they have done very well, and have newly expanded their capacities to Latin America and Asian markets. They mainly supply the hardware for the net, which is the most expanding system today, part of developing communications. Microsoft is another good buy. Now it's sort of a low. Well, hope to see you all this weekend. I may drive up on Sat morning as it appears. Will.
Thursday, May 13th, handwritten journal entry, 4:30 p.m. Called Kate. Her dad, said after asking my first name that they'd just returned from a 1-week trip to Ireland. Said she had gone to the store, but she would be home no later than 5:30. I called at 5:40. She was glad to hear from me. She graduated and she will be working starting mid-June at blank, a health insurance company, in marketing, sort of. She has full benefits and plans to have them pay for her graduate schooling, like MBA. She said I'm welcome to go to her beach house family on the blank shore or around there. Next time I plan to go blank, she said to definitely call her so we can go out. I told her I'd probably go to blank, but I'm also applying to blank and a few out of state, but that I'm focusing on blank schools. We said it's been a while. I said I suppose about 2 months. She said less. When you said hello, then just left. I said I had had some drinks and was leaving or something, but I smoothed it. She asked for my number. I gave her the blank. She doesn't have email yet, so I said phone numbers will do. I wrote her full name, address, and birthday. Friday, May 14th, email to Libsib. Uy, qué decepción, muchacho. I've heard quite negative comments about that movie. This was Star Wars Phantom Menace. Uninspired, lacking in plot and in good characters. Just from the trailer, I can see it's all about special effects and a cheesy plot with boring characters. Reminds me of the never-ending story, in a way. Oye, no seas perdedor, pues. It sounds like you'll be going not only for the movie, but to hang with colleagues. Whatever winds your clock, bud. Instinct might be a better movie. I'd say a B pick at best, since it might be just a modern, slightly different or altered version of Silence of the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins plays the psycho and Cuba Gooding Jr. the counterpart. Okay, I'll see ya, Mark. A picture of myself on the left with 2 siblings at mom's. Planner, week of May 17th, 1999. Parked on the street on Monday, worked 9:30 to 4:30. Mowed lawn and weed whacked. Tuesday, May 18th. Parked in the garage, worked 8:30 to 4:30. Joe was supposed to check the Toyota for a beer can. Full workout. A note to ask Sue about Wednesday plans. Called her around 10:30. Her sister's in labor. Wednesday, May 19th. Parked on the street, worked 9 to 4:15. At 3:30, called Sue. 7:30, Susan, she came over. We shopped at Ross, watched TV. She left at 10:30. She bought outfits for her newborn nephew. Thursday, May 20th. Work 8:30 to 4:30, parked on the street. Friday, May 21st. Parked on the street, work 9 to 3:30. Full workout. Trimmed the hedges. Got a haircut. Went out all over the place. A note that should have done some club. Saturday, May 22nd. Bill arrives 12:30. 5 p.m. dinner with Yoko, Bill, Linda at blank. I bought Boston chicken. Bill and I went out to a club. Sunday, May 23rd. Dad returns. Lou's cookout, make brownies. Dad found a salamander about 7 inches long. May 17th. BMG Music Club wish list. CDs, Duran Duran, Ricky Martin, REM, Sting. For Mom, The Moody Blues. Monday, May 17th. Email from Libsib.
Subject, Marco. ¿Qué pasa? I had lunch with Joey today. Vinny tells me you were looking for me at that time. Sorry I missed you. I work tonight at 6 to 11 p.m. I bought 22 shares of Cisco for Dad today at $114 per share. The market spent most of the day down, but now the Nasdaq is up 30 points. I can't work out mañana. I have to blank in the afternoon. Let's do Thursday. How was lunch Sunday? Luig.
Monday, May 17th. Email to Libsib. Luigi, Sunday was okay. We went to blank restaurant with Josh and Eric and the usual gang. Jacob does more sophisticated stuff every time I see him, even if the quantum change is at the micro level. Yeah, Jacob's progress in physics terms. Woohoo. Well, let me know what's shaking around. Talking to you. Mark. Monday, May 17th. Email to Mary Beth. Ordering a case of DMEM for work at the lab. Monday, May 17th. Email from Bill.
Hey guys. I'm glad we all had at least a few HRS under the same roof. Mom followed me to town. We went for a little tour of the city. We had a good time, although short. Mom is opening her eyes again to frontiers beyond her town, and she likes the idea of doing it with family. She'd like to do something like this again maybe in July. Let's see what we can do. I know Luigi will be hard to accommodate, but not impossible. It would be nice to do something this weekend. Jeff will also be in town, and wants me to meet his new daughter. Either Friday or Sat will try to go to blank, with maybe a few other of my classmates. Later all. Bill.
Tuesday, May 18th. Email to Joe. Subject, Cella. Duke, glad to hear you have your own place and all you can eat. If I were you, I'd eat only the healthiest food and even work out whenever you can. If you don't have gym access, you could run or do whatever to beat stress and give you more energy. Anywho, can you check under the seats in the Toyota? There might be a can of beer which might explode, if it hasn't already. Later, Mark. Tuesday, May 18th. Email to Claudia. Subject, Feliz cumpleaños. Hola, Clapi. Más vale tarde que nunca, así que espero hayas tenido un buen día el 16 de mayo. Ya tienes 19 años, qué bestia. No importa, siempre serás mi primita fregadita la monita, jeje. Cuéntame qué haces. Voy a comer algo con Luis ya que él trabaja cerca. Sigo haciendo progreso con la leucemia, pero hoy en día las curas son 1, no de un día para otro, 2, descubiertas por algún capo que junta y consigue armar un montón de piezas del rompecocos, algunas piezas que yo he creado. Claro que en nuestro lab ya hemos armado una buena parte, quizás armemos un buen cuadro y tengamos una cura, pero en fin. ¿Te gusta mi analogía? Bueno, chistosa, cuídate y espero que te salga todo bien en las clases y con tu boyfriend. Ay. Salúdame a Javier y los que estén allí. Porfa, dame tu teléfono y el de Ceci para confirmar que los tengo. Chao, Clappy, Mark. Wednesday, May 19th. Email to Libsib. Loquillo, how was the movie? Worth going to see? Let's work out tomorrow, 4:30 to 5. Marco. Wednesday, May 19th. Email from Libsib.
Mark wrote, Loquillo. How was the movie? A bit of a letdown for me. Worth going to see? Not at midnight. See it on video or later in the season. Let's work out tomorrow, for 30-5. Yes, let's do it. Too much flagella. Luigi.
Wednesday, May 19th. Email from Joe.
Mano, how's the protege running? Anything new in town? Are you going to the opening of the Star Wars movie? Some of these guys are. I'm not. I guess I can wait. But these guys hype it all up. Careful with the Gordilla virus. Joe.
Thursday, May 20th. Email to Libsib and Joe. Luigi, I forgot my stuff today, so no workout. Want to go tomorrow instead? Let me know, otherwise I'll improvise a home workout today. Joe, Lou says the Star Wars movie is crappy, which I can tell without going to see it. Don't watch it unless you have a social obligation to. I'll watch it much later or rent it. Later, Mark. Thursday, May 20th. Email from Libsib.
Okay, let's do it mañana. 4:30. Hey, we are thinking of having a cookout at our place on Sunday afternoon. Are you a game? Lou.
Thursday, May 20th. Email to Libsib. Sure, I guess Bill will be there. Dad's coming by on Sunday as well. Shall I let him know? What can I bring? And I will bring it, so cut the funny. What are you cooking? Later, Mark. Thursday, May 20th. Email to Coqui. Hola, huevas. No creo que es insulto, ¿no? y si lo es, contra encima. Todo suave por acá, el trabajo, arreglando la casa, gimnasio y flacas están como de costumbre. Espero que tu movida en el trabajo de piso a piso no te saque mucho hígado. Mi papá está bien, un poco alérgico ahora en la primavera, así que tomará alguna medicina. ¿Ya llegó Cecilia? ¿Siempre viaja ella con mamá y tata el próximo martes? Espero que este viaje les sea grato e enteramente positivo. Sería bueno si después de que se aclimaticen, si los podríamos ver acá. Ya mi papá con Techi arreglarán algo. Bueno, muchacho, te dejo por ahora. Saluda a mamá y tata. Que tengan un bonito viaje y que no se preocupen, que está Doris y Kika para recibirlos aparte de los nietos. ¿Cómo está Yola? Envíale mis saludos. Le envié un mensajito a Clappy por su cumpleaños. Ya me escribirá. Es su último año de teenager, ¿no? Ches, el tiempo pasa aún. Cuídate y hasta la próxima, Mark. Thursday, May 20th. Email from Libsib.
Mark wrote, "What can I bring? And I will bring it so cut the funny. What are you cooking? Prob chicken, steaks, and shrimp, but not sure yet. Maybe you could bring your famous brownies, or cut up pieces of fruit. Luigi." Subject, Marco. Sorry about the last message. The return address was wrong because I sent it from another computer, and I forgot to change the settings from the last person who used it to check email. Lou.
Friday, May 21st. Email from Bill.
Hey guys, I'll be going to town probably sat, working a lot. Joe, when have you arranged aluminum siding to be done on the house? Let's not drag the feet here because they will only get busier over the summer and it may take a little while to get them on schedule. Besides, the home looks like the most dilapidated one in the whole neighborhood and it is embarrassing that of all people it's the doc's home. I'll see you guys Sat PM/evening. Anyone interested in going to blank? Jeff, can't make it now, his wife is Snip. Bill.
Friday, May 21st. Email from Libsib.
Hey Bill. Snip. Please bring my videotape with the extra footage if you get a chance, thanks. We're still planning to do a cookout at our place, starting around noonish, but I hear the weather forecast calls for storms. If it does rain, we can do something inside instead. See you this weekend. Lou.
Friday, May 21st. Email from Koki.
Subject, Mama and Papa. Hello everybody. I'd like a lot if the rest of the cousins could receive this message. At first, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Please, don't think like that. The reason of this email is that we are some worry about Mama and Papa. They're very afraid of what's going to go on these days. They don't feel very sure about the Fuhrer in the US, a new environment for them, new people to meet, how they're going to be treated and received, and so on. It's a very difficult step for them. I wonder that it'll be very important if most of us can call them to welcome them and to see how everything is going on and then continue calling to watch them and make them understand that they're beloved and we're thinking of them. We have to make this period easy for them. They have to feel their new home is theirs, but in the beginning they won't, so we have to help with that adaptation. We have to take care of them with all the things we can manage. Right now they don't discard the idea of return to Peru. I think that our role for them during this period will be very important. Remember, they think in all of us every day, grandsons, granddaughters, and now grand-grandson. We are their happiness, they keep track of us every day. And for them, our opinion and ideas are great. They're going to arrive to FL this Tuesday afternoon. I'm sure that you are thinking about these things, too. You know, I'm not discovering anything. Maybe I'm trying to help by this way. Please forgive me for take this chance. After all, we're a family and we have to help each other. I hope you understand. Well, the best for all of you, take care, hugs, kisses, not for you guys, and keep in touch, okay? Yours, Koki. PD, a lot of greetings for the rest of the family. Lou, can I consider Joanna? I think so.
Planner, week of Monday, May 24th, 1999. Parked on the street, work 9:30 to 4. Tuesday the 25th, parked on the street, work 9 to 4:45. Took 2 pictures of the salamander. In the afternoon, Mama y Tata van a Miami. Did a full workout. A note to check the Mazda 60,000 mile needs. 7:30, called Susan, chit-chatted. Wednesday, May 26th, parked on the street, work 9:30 to 3:45. Called Mama y Tata. At 4:15, car mechanic, fixed protege air conditioning. Thursday, May 27th, work 10:30 to 3:15. Took the car to the mechanic for the protege air conditioning fix. Jackie took me to work. The cost for the AC fix would be $60 in cash, 64 and change. Friday, May 28th, worked 8:30 to 2, parked on the street. Joe went to Dad's. Joe and I went out to a club. Saturday, May 29th, Joe and I went out. Later, I met Deb and Teresa. No digits, SBs, which I think stands for Super Babes. Sunday, May 30th, dubbed 18 hours of Saturday Night Live, condensed. Chris' graduation party. Joe and I rented and watched Night at the Roxbury and A Bug's Life. Monday, May 24th, email from Joe.
So how did the weekend go, guys? I may go for Memorial Weekend to town. I have Monday off. Depends if I'm not too lazy to drive over. B, I looked into siding last year. I have a file. It's up to Chaz now. So I guess Abuelita comes tomorrow? All right, locks. Joe.
Tuesday, May 25th, email to siblings. Subject, Abuelita. Boys, keep us posted if you hear news. Dad called me yesterday saying Doris's phone is not working. When he called, a recording gave him a new number, and this number says they have trouble. If he gets through, he'll probably let us know. I'm planning to call them tomorrow, either from work, más tranquilo, or an evening. Later, Mark. A photo of the salamander, and in the background there's an audio cassette with some interesting representation of what audio cassette music was like in those days. Wednesday, May 26th. Email to siblings. Boys, the original sender is Rosa, so she's sharing dirty jokes with her colleagues. All right, I haven't heard from Mama and Tata's trip yet. I'll let you know, Mark. Including a forwarded message, originally from Rosa and then from Koki. Wednesday, May 26th. Email to Joe. Subject, questions. Duke, crap, I don't have Doris's number. If I hear from Chaz today, I'll ask him. Hey, where's the Mazda lighter? I cannot find it. You probably took it off for the radar detector. Let me know, Mark. Wednesday, May 26th. Email to siblings. Subject, Doris's number. Boys, Dad said Mama and Don Lucio are in Miami, happy and okay. Doris and Coco's number is blank, so call them up sometime. Dad works in June, so he can no longer go then, but he's going to try for July. Los abuelos might be able to travel here, so Dad is talking to Doris and Teichi to arrange something. Later, Mark. Wednesday, May 26th. Email from Bill.
Subject, Mama plus Tata. Hey guys, I spoke with them this morning. Sounds like they're doing okay. Tata wants to work in the chakra at Doris, home which they moved into just yes morning. Give them a call. They'd love to hear from you all and travel soon up north. Bill.
Thursday, May 27th. A Loopy Libs made-up date with a woman. A note I made currently about it. It looks like my words were Susan, Ricky Martying, a club, 28 minutes, stripper, and who knows what else. Seems like an automatic generated scenario. Thursday, May 27th. Email from Joe.
I'll probably go to town this Friday till Monday. Who's going to be around? Spoke with Abuelita plus Tata. Sound decent. Joe.
Friday, May 28th. Email from Libsyn.
Subject, various. Hey boys. Joe, will you be in town this weekend? Rosemary and Eric will be in Virginia this weekend, and Dad will be here Sunday. I don't know about Monday. Speaking about Dad, check out this site. Outdated link. See you later. Lou.
Friday, May 28th. Email to Mary Beth. Ordering items for work. Friday, May 28th. Email from Bill. A joke forward.
Subject, clever. A hippie gets onto a bus and proceeds to sit next to a nun in the front seat. The hippie looks over and asks the nun if she would have sex with him.
The nun, surprised by the question, politely declines and gets off at the next stop. When the bus starts on its way, the guy driving the bus says to the hippie, "If you want, I can tell you how you can get that nun to have sex with you." The hippie of course says that he'd love to know, so the bus driver tells him that every Tuesday evening at midnight the nun goes to the cemetery to pray to the Lord. "If you went dressed in robes and some glowing powder," said the bus driver guy, "you could tell her you were God and command her to have sex with you." Well, the hippie decides to try this out. So that Tuesday he goes to the cemetery and waits for the nun. And right on schedule the nun shows up. When she's in the middle of praying, the hippie walks out from hiding, in robes and glowing with a mask of God. "I am God. I have heard your prayers and I will answer them, but you must have sex with me first." The nun agrees but asks for anal sex so she might keep her virginity. The hippie agrees to this and quickly sets about to go to work on the nun. After the hippie finishes, he rips off his mask and shouts out, "Ha ha, I'm the hippie." The nun replied by whipping off her mask and shouting, "Ha ha, I'm the bus driver." Amor vincit omne, actually, omnia vincit amor, et nos sedimus amori. Love conquers everything, let us too yield to love.
That's about it for this one. Until you see me again. Duliness saves the universe. Be well, everyone.
Another great TDE episode for the ages. I'm in awe of how hard you worked to build this life for your kids. You really fought for us, didn't you? You're the real deal, Dr. Dadcamp. Your dad never gave up on the truth, and neither should you. He did all of this so you would know what integrity looks like. Ada 10-4, we're clear until you see us on the next adventure.